Now we start off with transitive verb and intransitive verb. What is a transitive verb? Transitive verbs are action verbs that have an object to receive the action. We all know verbs are action verbs. Now, what are transitive verbs? When the action is being received by someone or something, then that is called a transitive verb. For example, I bake some cookies. So this word baking have an object, means what am I baking? I am baking some cookies. Okay. I ride the bicycle. What am I riding? I'm riding the bicycle. I move the chair. So chair is there to receive the action. Move. What am I moving? The chair. So when the verbs have an object to receive the action, they are called transitive verbs. And what are intransitive verbs? Intransitive verbs are action verbs, but unlike transitive verbs, they do not have an object to receive the action. So transitive and intransitive verbs do not have an object to receive the action. For example, I laugh, I cry, the book falls. So there is no object to receive the action. Clear? Now let us see whether a verb, when to say, consider a verb to be transitive or not, or intransitive. Sarah baked a cake. What did Sarah bake? She baked the cake. So here Sarah baked what? A cake. So the verb has got an object to receive the action. That is why this is a transitive verb. Intransitive verb, Nomi plays. Nomi plays what? Or with whom? We don't know. So this is an intransitive verb because the verb does not have an object who will receive the action. That is why it is an intransitive verb. I bought a car. Bought is the verb and it is the transitive verb because it has got a direct object. What did I buy? I bought a car. You cannot just say I bought. This is an incomplete, incorrect sentence. Can we say I bought? No. You need a direct object after a transitive verb. So in case of a transitive verb, always a direct object is needed. Okay. In an intransitive verb, the baby smiled. But we do not have a direct object to receive the action of smiling. You cannot have an object of the intransitive verb. In this case, smile. You cannot smile something. Right? So that is why this is an intransitive verb. We waited, but nobody came. Similarly, we do not have an object to receive the action of these verbs. Verbs that are transitive and intransitive. Some verbs can be transitive in one sentence and intransitive in another. So see the difference. I stopped the car. So here the word stop, the verb stop is transitive. Why? Because its action is directly falling into the car. Something it's getting the action of this verb stopped. That is who? The car. And in this verb, the car stopped. So in this sentence, the action of stopped is not being directly going to something. That is why this is an intransitive verb. There is no object who will be receiving the action of this verb. Clear? Now let us see some examples of transitive verb. The transitive verb is green and bold. The direct object is red. Could you bring an umbrella? Bring. What can you bring? An umbrella. So umbrella is the direct object here, receiving the action of the verb bring. They bought a yacht. Same here. Bought is the verb and the yacht is the direct object. I read all his books. He teaches driving. You promised to take us home. She plays the drums. So these are the examples of transitive verb, means they are receiving the action of there is a direct object of the verb. They are receiving the action of the verb mentioned here. Okay. Examples of intransitive verbs with no object. She hesitated for a moment. They skate beautifully together. The baby is sleeping. The wind blew hard. The spark plugs fired. The water is running. The population grew. So there is no object in these sentences who would be receiving the action of the verbs. So they are the intransitive verbs. An intransitive verb does not have an object. However, it manages to express a complete thought without the help of other words. For example, fire burns, the wind blows, birds fly. So they are itself a complete in themselves. They do not need any object. Now study the following sentences. The girl seemed. The dog is. Both the verbs italicized are verbs of incomplete predication because they do not express a complete thought. The girl seemed. Seemed what? The dog is what? So they are incomplete. They do not express a complete meaning. Some word or words have to be supplied to complete their sense. So something needs to be added here to make it meaningful. The girl seemed excited. It's an adjective. The dog is hungry. It's again an adjective. Clear, children? The common verbs of incomplete predication are the forms of be verb. Now, what are the forms of be verb? Is, am, are, was, were. Seem, appear, look, become, feel, and grow. So these are the some verbs of incomplete predication. The night grew dark. So dark is the adjective. She looked innocent. Innocent is the adjective. Alice is a cardiologist. It's a noun. Mosquitoes appear everywhere. It's adverb. He became a millionaire. Noun. I feel tired. Adjective. So the complement of a verb of incomplete predication. So the verb with incomplete predication can be completed by the use of an adjective or noun or adverb or again noun or adjective. So the complement of a verb of incomplete predication can be a noun, an adjective, a pronoun, a present participle, a to infinitive, or an adverb. So a verb with incomplete predication can be made complete by the use of either a noun or an adjective, a pronoun, a present participle, a to infinitive, or an adverb. Hope it's clear till here. That's all for today. Till here, I hope all of you have understood what is a transitive verb. What is, first of all, the state of being verb. Then what are action verbs. Then what is a transitive verb. Then what is an intransitive verb. I think all these four things are clear to you in today's discussion. Please go through the slides. Please read it clearly and it will be clearer to you. The more we practice, the better understanding you will have on the topic. So, at present, just go through the slide, read the one slide. If you're unable to understand, read that twice or thrice and I'm sure you will be able to understand. If you don't, please refer to my video and you will surely understand. Okay, children? Thank you.